Up, it's your best friend Robert here for movies and stuff. Bright and early on this weekend morning, I went and had me a nice hearty breakfast with some eggs and some grits. Yo, it feels like a nice Saturday morning cartoon type situation. Cause today, I'm checking out Dumbo. I'm gonna see how they do it. Like, Dumbo is something that I grew up with. That's my childhood right there. Da, 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 da. I wish I had a black feather just to put in my hair just for Dumbo, but I don't. I just got da, 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 da. It's really cold in Houston. I mean, anything below 50 degrees is cold for us in Houston. So that's why I got all these clothes on. We had a cold spark yesterday. Yes, it was in spring. I love spring every season, but I'm cold. So what I look like a homeless person, I'm not gonna be sitting in this theater cold as I watch Dumbo. I wanna see how they bring my cartoon to life. I wanna see what they're gonna mess up, because you know they're not gonna get it all right. So we
and pure energy. Energy that is about to reveal an entire universe of color.
This is not the Dumbo that came out originally. Tim Burton takes Dumbo to places I wasn't ready for. I didn't watch the movie because, like the first movie, because I knew they weren't gonna give me my Dumbo. But the places, I am raw with emotion after this Dumbo. I'm not ready. Okay. Don't think that you're going to get anything close to the Dumbo that you know. This was traumatic. It was dramatic. It is emotional. It's delivering several messages on several levels. You should have a talk before and after this movie with your kids about this movie. The imagery, the storytelling, it's not simple. You might even see, like, I shed some tears in this movie. Okay, so this isn't for the faint of heart. Maybe I'm too attached to my 80s Dumbo or the first Dumbo. Maybe because I'm an 80s baby, I feel some type of way. But I'm in my feelings at the end of this movie. Because all the way up until the very end, it is traumatic. Like, maybe, okay, so like, the things that Dumbo goes through within the first week of being birthed. Is that right? There's a lot of questions about what's right and wrong. There is morality versus legality. There are various social things that are in this movie. Various social things that we're dealing with right now in this movie. Some things that are not said, some things that are... I'm not sure if this was a kid's movie. I think this is at least a teenager movie. If you're not in double digits, I don't know if you really should be seeing this movie, but that's just me. Maybe I'm special, maybe I'm weak. I need a moment to think about some of the more positive parts of this movie, because I'm still too emotional. I'm just raw at the moment. Excuse me.
Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene.
Okay, so my biggest thing is so in the movie, the imagery is so powerful, especially if you're an animal activist. There were some things that the scenes in the movie about the way they're caring for the animals or not caring for the animals, the treatment of the animals, the villain that we have. I don't know if we had a villain in the cartoon, but the villain that we have in this movie is almost like devilish, borderline demonic. This movie went places that cartoon never did. I think this, I don't know, this is not for the little kids, but I do see where Tim Burton was going with the imagery. He chose some very strong paths to very strong statements. Because when we get to the ending, everything gets wrapped up, everything makes sense. I'll dare even say we get a happy ending. Everyone has their story, especially this woman right here. She is one redeeming character. This one right here was okay, I felt like we were going to have some hope. Because in the beginning, I was mad. I was furious. There was, with the way they were telling stories, the treatment of the animals. And like, this man is a soldier. This elephant, he is a soldier. When y'all see this movie, y'all need to brace yourselves. But we do end on a good note. There is some great, there's a great message of what is right and what is wrong. There's a great message on how to treat people and animals. We do end on a good note, but we just go through a very dramatic way of getting there. Again, this isn't for the light of hearts. I wouldn't take my little kids to see it. I need you to be in double digits, but that's just me. But would I see it again? No. I'm gonna go back to my cartoon Dumbo, where it's a lot simpler. I'd rather take the issues with that movie than with this movie, because this movie was entirely too real. But the production value is beautiful. Just scenically magnificent. The homages, is homage the right word? The shout out that they do to the originals. There's a couple of moments that if you saw the cartoon, you saw it in this movie. It was great. Everything was subtle. Even the part when Dumbo gets, I think he's on like he drinks something, and you know the part with the balloons and the elephants, they do that. I didn't think they were gonna do that because and we have an awesome cameo by somebody. When you hear it, you'll hear it. But the good movie, but traumatic, and that's how I feel about it. This thing has me very raw in my emotions, and I feel very vulnerable. So I'm gonna go eat something, some comfort food, maybe some spaghetti. This is your best friend Robert L. here for movies and stuff.